manager, this crude oil marketing department, and later Nigerian national representative at OPEC. And the OPEC is where the main corruption in oil industry take place. Organization of Petroleum, whatever countries. You see, so the question now I want to ask you, does this man, what they are doing in NNPC, reflect the activity or reflect the law of the African human and people's right? Stop complaining. Stop analysis. Start with brave 600 men, just like Israel did. The world leaders will interfere when the needful is done. Simon, my brother, what you don't know is bigger than you. Let us focus on this particular exposition we are doing and allow people to focus and think along the line of this particular exposition. I have listened to you. I am not going to block you, but let me tell you, what you don't know is bigger than you. When you see us doing this exposition, allow us to do it. Allow people to concentrate. Everything is time. There is time for everything. There is time to suggest what we should do. There is time to listen when we make exposition for people to know the reason why we are doing what we are doing. There is time for you to bring suggestion. If you want to bring suggestion, you don't come here and bring suggestion. If you want to bring suggestion, you write us privately. Bring your suggestion. You don't come here. What you do is distraction, like you have just distracted me now. Okay? But that is not to say that your suggestion or this is not good. But if you want to suggest something, let it not be when we are live making exposition, because there is a reason for this exposition. Okay? Let me also tell you, for those who are saying, it is not time to talk, we are just talking, you are just making noise, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done everything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used exposition to bring this struggle this far. And we are not going to stop the exposition until Biafra come. When the day you stop the exposition, it is going to be a setback. So the exposition should be even more. We have to, be doing more exposition as we step up, as we are going from different level to a level in this struggle until Biafra come. So when we are doing exposition like this, just concentrate on that exposition. If you have some suggestion, let it be when, if you something you want to air publicly, you air it publicly, or you come privately to us. Don't distract us and distract others. Let us focus and let people meditate in what I'm doing. What I'm trying to tell you here is that the law, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, made it very clear that you must make sure that you fight for the interests of the people. And secondly, that we are entitled and have the right to use arms for self-determination, for liberation. That is what I'm trying to say. And then a lot of people don't know this. So let me show you in the African Charter for People's Rights, where the law empower us to use what we call liberation struggle. He used the phrase or the word liberation struggle. So when you talk about liberation struggle, you are talking about the arms struggle. Like you see the Amazonians doing it today. Have anybody called Amazonians terrorists? Have anybody imposed anything on Amazonians? Amazonians are fighting for their right. They are fighting for right, for existence. And they are not the only people that have fought. They are not the only people that are into armed struggle. They are not the only people that are in guerrilla warfare. So, what we are saying is that if you know your right, you will always outsmart your enemy. The most important thing is to have information, know your right, and everything will be added onto you. Now, what does the African Charter say? Let us look at Article 21. Article 21, like I have read it the other day, Article 21, subsection 5 of the African Charter for Human and People's Rights. What does it say? He said, state parties at the present charter shall undertake to eliminate all forms of foreign exploitation, particularly that practiced by international monopolies, so as to enable their people to fully benefit from the advantage derived from their national resources. That is completely missing in Nigeria. It's completely missing in Niger Delta, in our coastal region. Completely missing. They are breaching this law with impunity. Article 22, subsection 1 say, all people shall have the right to their economic, social, and cultural development with due regard to their freedom and identity, and in the equal enjoyment of the common heritage of mankind. Does this now what you see in the coastal region of Biafra? The answer is no. They breach this law with impunity. And then subsection 2 say, state shall have the duty individually or collectively to ensure the exercise of the right to development. Are you going to say that they are respecting this law? The answer is no. Now let us go back. Let us go back to the Mele Kayare that I was showing you. Let us go back to them, and so that you will understand how many people there are in the board of NNPC. One moment. It doesn't matter how many people there are there. This man you see here is the richest man so far. One of the richest Fulani so far. The richest Fulani so far. Now, when you go forward, you see Dr. Stephen Dike. Dr. Stephen Dike is member NNPC board. Ordinary member. What is Stephen Dike? Let us look at the profile. Dr. Dike has over 35 years of existence, extensive executive level management experience in public administration, support of operation, information communication and technology, economics and business development, and financial management. His expertise is in strategic planning, public policy, market analysis, negotiation, project management, program evaluation, organizational restructuring and repositioning, process redesign and re-engineering, and a private-public partnership. Now tell me, are you going to compare this Dr. Stephen Dike's profile and this man who you just saw only reading geology? Are you going to compare the profile? So if anybody should be in the head of marketing, is it going to be that man who read geology, or this man who have experience in market analysis? This is the point here. But look at, he is ordinary board member. Dr. Stephen Dike is ordinary board member, but he has over 35 years of extensive executive level management experience. So who is more knowledgeable, experienced? Is it the Fulani man or this Dr. Stephen Dike? I am asking you. This is the reason why we can't continue like this in Nigeria. And even with this particular Dr. Stephen Dike, he will not be allowed to even, he will be the one probably doing everything. And the Fulani man is putting his signature there. But tomorrow, when there is success in the department of NNPC, in the board of NNPC, the person that is going to take the credit is the Fulani man who graduated as a geologist. When Dr. Stephen Dike is putting 35 years experience into make sure that the NNPC board is progressing and making, things are happening. The Fulani man is sitting there as a geologist who have no business into marketing, who have nothing to do with marketing. He is the chairman, marketing manager of NNPC. They use Dr. Stephen Dike and others to shine. So when everything worked well, they signed their signature. Kayare signed signature as a marketing managing director of NNPC. Why the people doing the job is the Biafrans with over 35 years experience. Why this one have only 27 years experience or so and has nothing to do with marketing? Do you see what we are talking about? Now let us go further into reading Dr. Dike's profile. Dr. Dike's chair and it's on the board of several world-class companies within and outside the country, amongst which are Niger Insurance PLC, Advanced Management and Technology Solution, Montgomery Global Partners Limited, Westcom International Limited, and the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company. You see that? You see the kind of experience Dr. Dike have. So who is more qualified to be the petroleum managing director of NNPC managing director? But Fulani have taken it the entire sector of the economy. You people are answering boy, slave. You bring your 35 years of experience to be ordinary board member, where your brain will be used to promote a Fulani man, instead of the other way around. Instead of the other way around, the person that have the highest experience and is more knowledgeable and competence to handle, to be called the managing director of NNPC. They will never allow that to happen. Rather, they put Fulani there and they put Biafrans who will be doing the job for him. I am telling you, this is one of the reasons you must embark on all civil disobedience possible that you can do to make sure that we crash this country once and for all. His public sector experience includes serving as a member of President Electoral Reform Committee, coordinator of the National Technical Working Group for the Business Environment and Competitiveness thematic area of the Nigeria Vision 2020. Vision 2020, they think that 2020 is not coming. 2020 has come and gone. Nothing happened. Nigeria become worse. A strategic plan, and chairman of the Nigeria Educational Research and Development Council. You see, he holds a PhD in economics, MBA in finance, MS in resource management, MA in economic, and a BSc in chemistry. You see, chemistry from West Virginia University, USA. So if anybody is going to be group managing director of NNPC, it has to be with somebody with chemistry and also the marketing experience like him. And he was appointed into the board of NNPC in May 2020 for his brain to be used. So that the Fulani man, this man here, who graduated from Medugri, he has never studied anywhere abroad. He graduated in Medugri. Look at him. From Medugri, I want you to, let us read this thing again. From Medugri, University of Medugri, look at him. Malaya comes to the job with a very rich oil and gas industry experience. Very rich. Very rich oil and gas industry business. All our lives. Where did he get the rich oil and gas industry experience? Spanning over 27 years. Listen to how he gained that 27 years of experience in oil and gas. In 1987, a 1987 graduate of geology and earth science from the University of Medugri. That's all. Nothing else. University of Medugri. Now somebody who studied in America is the one doing his job. The incoming MD served as a well site geologist and the Directorate of Food, Road and Rural Infrastructure between 1987 and 1988 under the National Youth Service Corps. That's all. From there, he served and thereafter he worked with the Nigeria Geological Survey Agency between 1988 and 1991. Only worked before joining the NNPC in 1991 or in 1992 as a seismic data processing geophysicist in the Data Processing Department of Integrated Data Service Limited in 1992. He also made his mark as a labor union leader when he served as the NNPC Group Chairman of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria from 1997 to 1999. These are the things that made him to become what he is today. He was later appointed as Exploration Geophysics Production Sharing Contract at the National Petroleum Investment Management Service in 1998, from where he was made the head of NAPIMS operation in Abuja in 2004. In 2006, he was appointed the supervisor, PSC, Crude Oil Marketing Department of the NNPC, from where he rose to the position of head and later manager of production, contract managing, and the Crude Oil Marketing Department between 2007 and 2014. Now, here, Mr. Kaire was appointed general manager, stock, only graduated in Maiduguri. In Maiduguri, there is no other experience, no other training, no other school, no other education, only graduated in Maiduguri, while you have a Biafran who is more qualified, who have different certificates, hold PhD, hold MBA, hold MS, hold MA, hold BS, chemistry in the University of in America. So the only thing it take a Fulani man to outsmart and take position is ordinary graduating from Maiduguri, University of Maiduguri. You study in America, you study chemistry in the US, you hold PhD, you hold MA, you hold BSc, you hold whatever you want to hold in this life. You take Fulani only one certificate to head you in Nigeria. Do you understand? And somebody said, and Meleye have the geologist or so, and Meleye Kaire even studied his geology through educational less advantaged state. He might not have really passed JAM, which is true. But look at our Dr. Dike with a certificate from America. He hold PhD. He hold all the certificates. He is under Fulani man. Somebody say, call it error. call it which you go to say error. Is it error? He is serving under this animal. Do you see what we are shouting for? And let me tell you, Dr. Dike cannot live in Abuja and use a helicopter to go to the coastal region to go to work every day. Upside down arrangement. Okay? It didn't end there. And I hope I will still have the time to go into our leader, because that our leader's press release, I want it to sink into people. I want it to sink into people. But you need to know what Nigeria is going through. You need to know what Biafrans are going through in Nigeria. You need to know what is happening. If you don't know what is happening, you will continue to do mistakes. Now, let us look another profile. Let us look another profile. Now, who is another profile? Another board member of NNPC is called Chief Pius Akinyerule. Chief Pius Akinyerule. Let us check his profile. You see, he is a doctor. Dr. Pius O. Akinyerule, Chief Pius Oluwole Akinyerule profile. Chief Pius Oluwole Akinyerule is a certified accountant and the oil industry technocrat, following a 35-year career in both the upstream and downstream sector of ExxonMobil, from where he retired as executive director, finance and external relations. He has continued to maintain interest across business, industry, and politics. Do you see it? They retire him. Over 35 years of experience. He is under somebody who graduated from University of Maiduguri. A Yoruba man. A Yoruba man. Doctor. His hobbies include this and that, and he was first appointed a member of the NNPC board in 2016 and reappointed to the board in the June 2020. He is serving under a non-entity of Fulani man who is now going to work in Bonny Island every day with a helicopter. Now look at this one. Another board. Miss Hadiza Komasie, Secretary to the Corporation and Legal Advisor. Hadiza is the legal advisor. Let us look at her profile. Hadiza Komasie, Secretary to the Corporation and Legal Advisor. Hajia Hadiza Kumasi profile. We don't have it. We don't have it. On purpose. Where have she worked before? What have she done to become a legal advisor in oil and gas industry? Did she study oil and gas law and all that? All these laws that got to do with natural resources and the crude oil and gas and all. Did she do that law? She may not do it. She may have Islamic. She may have studied Islamic law. But look at, she is the legal advisor. At least we don't know her. Because everything I say here, you don't have to blame me. Because they don't have her profile. So the question is, why would a young lady like this working up to becoming a legal advisor in oil and gas in Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation do not have her profile on that page? It's something that should worry you. It should worry you. That why would a young lady, I don't know whether at least she's not up to 60 years. So she's young. She looked like 50 or something. So she looked long. So the question I want to ask you, why would a young lady like this working in a very reputable industry in Nigeria and one of the highest place, which is the NNPC, do not have her profile on their page? Only the name and legal advisor. Because they know that if they put the profile of this lady here, the table will scatter. The table will scatter. Somebody say, Hajia may be the former wife of the Inspector General of Police. So if this woman, Hajia Hadiza, is the youngest wife of Ibrahim Kumasi, former Inspector General of Police. And I will not doubt you. Everything you say about her, I will agree until I see something contrary from the profile. Because she did not have her profile. She hid everything in the profile. Somebody say, Simon, this one weak me. This is Simon, our president not even have any certificate. Okay, this guy don't finish me. This guy, you wicked. you wicked. This guy wicked. As I was thinking that I was making a point. Oh my God. I was thinking that I was making a point. I was thinking that I was making a point until I see this one. You guys will keep us here. I was thinking that I was on top of this game making a lot of points until this comment. Oh my God. Aromel. Hi. Aromel. I was thinking that I was making points. I was making a lot of points. And I was putting, hi, Jesus Christ. You see what is happening? I was thinking that I was making a lot of points. This guy just finished me. Hi, Aromelo. Aromelo. Not be smart thing. Aromelo, Aromelo, my people. Hi. Now I'm just weak. But we'll have to continue. I'm weak, but we'll have to continue. We'll continue. This person does scatter this table. So 70-year-old man, 70-year-old man. Oh. This guy, don't comment here again. Oh. Don't comment here again. Hi, Jesus Christ. Don't comment here again. Oh. You have just finished the whole you have just finished the whole table. Don't comment again here. Oh. Chai, Aromel. Now we know Senator Magnus Abe. Let us not go there. We see another Dr. Tajuddin Omar. You see Malam. You see what is happening here? How many Malam do you see? This is the reason why they tell you, oh, the regional government, oh, the region, see geopolitical zone and all that. Let us see this Malam. You see, Malam Mohammed Lawal is an engineering procurement specialist with over 35 years experience covering design and maintenance engineering, procurement, supply chain management, public policy administration, and politics. Okay, this has seen him function meritoriously as a director in several public-private organizations across the country. Akoko Malam Mohammed, who was reappointed to the NNPC board in 2020, has been a board member of NNPC since 2016. He has extensive interest in politics and business. Akoko, his hobby include traveling, reading photography, reading, photography, agriculture, amongst others. Where did he study is not here. You see, but they say he's a engineering, you know, maintenance. Mohammed is an engineering procurement specialist. Engineering procurement specialist with what? Which what is exactly? Anybody can be engineering procurement specialist. You know, buying and purchasing things. So, did he go to school? Did he go to school? The answer is no. This one did not go to school at all. He didn't go to school at all. We didn't go to school at all. No school. See, look at it. The only school he went to was he's a specialist in procuring engineering equipment, maintenance, and all that. He didn't go to school. He didn't go to school. And he is in a board member where somebody like Dr. Chike, where Akinyorolos, our Yoruba brother, the people who have experience of over 35 years and they are PhD holders, he is in the same board member. He is the same board member with them. You see it? Somebody who did not go to school, who only thing he did was to be a specialist in purchasing machinery, these machines like a bulldozer, excavator, and all that, and maintenance. That is the only thing that qualified him to become a board member of the NNPC. No education. No education. That is why we need to now begin to question. We need to begin to question the background of this particular lady here, who is now here without any profile, who is a member of the board and a secretary and even legal advisor without any profile. We need to know, who she is. Who she is. You can see that there. This Malam now is without education. Now, let us see another one. Mrs. Lami Onayi Ahmed. Oh, this one is our Southern sister, so we don't need to go there. She's qualified without even opening the profile. You see, when you see a Southerner, don't even open the profile. She is overqualified. If she is a Yoruba, if she's a Oduduwa sister, she is overqualified. But if she's not a Oduduwa, I will open her profile. But let us look at this. Ahmed Aliyu, member. This one have nothing. This is a ghost. A ghost. This is one of the person they use to siphon money And you can imagine somebody as a board member in NNPC, no picture, no nothing, no profile. Somebody, and the person is collecting money. The person is collecting allowance, housing allowance, car allowance, security, maintenance. You don't know what it means or what it is to be a board member in NNPC. Look at him, Ahmed Ali. No information. This is the country, this is the people that are working as a board member in the petroleum industry that bring the highest GDP of Nigeria. And there is nothing to show for it. This is the reason why you must rise up to make sure that when we are going to start this sit at home, we start this sit at home, everybody must rise up for the sake of Mazi and for the sake of Biafra. Let us tell them that why people are staying at home is not because anybody is forcing them, but because Biafrans are tired of Nigeria. How can you have a board member that have no information and it is on the internet? The person is going to meeting. The person is collecting money. The person is everything that is entitled to him, he collected, but he don't have any profile. This is going on every day. Every day it is going on in Nigeria. Fulani has brought the country to the nature or the status and the level where it is today. And we must rise up. We must rise up. Look at the money that is happening here. When you see this $40 billion investment needed for Nigeria gas plant, you have somebody as a board member of a company that are looking for $40 billion needing $40 billion to invest in oil, in gas, in Nigeria gas plant. These people who are, what you see here, $40 billion in NPC group, click here to read and all that. And somebody, what you see here, Ahmed Aliyu, he have email here. The email here is there, but the person has no profile. And he's part of the board member of NNPC. Because Fulani just put him there. Fulani put him there to checkmate what is going on. This man you see here cannot live in the coastal region. He come to work from Abuja. That is what I'm saying. Meleye Kojo Kayare live in Abuja and he fly helicopter every day. Every blessed day, he fly helicopter to the coastal region to work. You see? Fly to work. Because of that, Mazi is fighting for Biafra. And some of you want to continue to live in this kind of slavery life that you come and tell me, sit at home tomorrow, I don't have food to eat. You have to sacrifice it. Because Bible says, man shall not survive by bread alone. You must begin to read that particular verse of the Bible to support you. As this is going on, I will have to flash the press release coming from our leader on the screen, so that if we could not address it today, we will put it tomorrow, because we are starting another broadcast immediately after broadcast. After this particular broadcast now, we have guests coming from America in this program. The sitting governor is a Boko Haram commander. Everybody knows that. Cyril Abundu, thank you for your super chat. Simon, a sitting governor is a Boko Haram commander. Thank you for your super chat. And that remind me, some people say that Simon Ekpa have raised $18,000 in Enter Biafra. Let me make it very clear. Simon Ekpa have not raised $18,000 in Enter Biafra. And even if I raise any money like that, it is not your business. But let me make this, because this super chat now remind me. Simon Ekpa have not raised up to $2,000 in Enter Biafra. The $18,000 you see on Enter Biafra is not real money. It's not real money. The $17,000 came in from the app, from the plugin that I purchased. So that money you see there is not real money. It's not real money. Simon Ekpa have not raised 18,000. The entire money Simon Ekpa raised from Enter Biafra, I don't think it's up to $2,000, and it is not even more what I have spent so far in building those. So anybody that you go to Enter Biafra and see $18,000, that is not money. It is not real. It is not real. So anybody that is saying that should stop it. And let me tell you also, even if I raise any money like that, it is not your business. But let me tell you that no money like that has been raised. I have not raised $18,000. The total amount I have raised from Enter Biafra is not up to $2,000. And the informations are there. If I want to, I will make it public. But it is nothing like that. It is nothing like that. All right. So thank you for that super chat, because that reminds me where people say that Simon Ekpa have raised $18,000 on Enter Biafra. That is nothing like that. It is not real. It is not real. All right. All right, let us continue. I'm going to flash the press release coming from the our leader, DSS Dungeon, as we have concluded or concluding on this particular exposition today. We are going to flash for you to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting against these things I've just showed you now, and because of that, he is being detained in DSS Dungeon. All right. And of course, I wish I can raise 18,000. I wish I can raise 18,000. But the entire money raised from that Enter Biafra is not up to $2,000. Or since the time I opened the Enter Biafra. All right. So let us. Here we go. Here we go. When you see this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention condition at the DSS amount to torture. Our client Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has instructed us to make the following information public. Okay? That despite a court order to the contrary, the condition of his detention at the DSS headquarters in Abuja continued to be harsh, degrading, and inhuman. Because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting for the freedom of Biafra, he is being put into this particular condition. 2, that he is solitary, confined to a very tiny cell, 23 hours of the day without access to sunlight and any social interactions whatsoever. He believed that this is aimed at inflicting extreme emotional and mental distress on him and breaking him psychologically. This is exactly why I said in my broadcast that I see my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, broken. You see, I don't know what is going on. Some people will say, oh, we are just doing it. And we just release the message. Forget that this message. Let me tell you, there is nothing like forget the message. Okay? What you should know is that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being locked up 23 hours every day? The answer is yes. Because he cannot just come and say he's being locked up. If not, the DSS they should have reacted. The DSS would have reacted to say it is not true. To say what was said is not true. Okay? They would have reacted. So the question is that, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being locked up for 23 hours? The answer is yes. So anybody that comes to tell you, forget this thing, it is just a strategy or not, disregard the person. Because we are, even if DSS come today to say that it is a lie, we will still not believe it. Because there are the ones we have seen with our own eyes. Which is, for example, they did not allow the lawyers to see him. So that is number one. Number two, one of our legal counsel here said he was detained. He was detained. Number two, and let me also make something very clear. But let me continue because I'm going to address this, because one thing about this whole thing is that, there was a time when message was coming and, message was coming and was coming to me directly and all that. And then, of course, all of a sudden, some things, the message is not coming like some other people. And I like it that way. I make it very clear that I don't want to, all this while when the message was coming, it's always a problem. When message come, I will ask the message. Every message that comes to me that I have posted on my wall, I have always asked question, should I make this public? And I have always gotten that response, yes, you can make this public. I go and make public. I have never posted any message coming from our leader without asking question. That is one thing I want to make very clear today. When a message comes to me that I have been given the opportunity, a slot to broadcast on Radio Biafra, I ask question. Not one, not two. Should I make this public? And that, yes, green light was given to me to make it public. So I want to make it very clear today. No time has I ever come to give any message or give any update on my wall without confirmation. I have always asked question. Should I make this public? And they will say, yes, I should make it public. And I go ahead and make it public. That's the one thing I want to clarify today. But when I was told that I have been given a slot, I asked that question. Should I make this public? Yes, I should make it public. And I didn't actually see anything, a big deal in that slot that I should broadcast on Radio Biafra and all that, because people are broadcasting on Radio Biafra. See it as a privilege to serve Biafra people in a different way, because Radio Biafra broadcast is different from what I'm doing here. Okay? So I asked, should I make this public? They say, yes, I should make it public. So why I'm trying to make this clarification is for people who are now attacking Simon Ekpa. They don't know anything. Okay? And that's why I have always said, what you don't know is bigger than you. When a message came that I will be given a topic every Monday, I also asked the public. They say I should make it public. And that particular message came from the brother of our leader, Emmanuel Kano. Okay? So, at the end of the day, a lot of clarification was made. I made this in public, and it is there in the public, that our leader will be giving me topic every Monday, and then they twisted it that our leader will be broadcasting from DSS. I want you to go to any place I have posted. There has never been any day I said Mazi will be broadcasting from the DSS. I never said anything like that. The post is still there on Twitter and on Facebook. What I wrote was, I was given a topic. And I still maintain because I was told. And I asked this question again before I make it public. So now, a lot of people are attacking me. That, it is because by then, they stopped our leader from, they stopped the legal team started having problem with visiting our leader. I want to make this particular clarification today, for the very first time. Our leaders started having problem with the visiting our leader. They say it is because of Simon Ekpa. That is the people who hate me. They say it is because Simon Ekpa posted that our leader will be giving him a topic every Monday and all that. And they know that it is not true. They know that what they are saying and accusing me for the reason why the DSS was maltreating the legal team is not true. Okay, after that whole thing, I was just, asking God to just, let me just distance myself in all these things so that I concentrate. And then I'm no longer interested in getting update. And I have, since then, we have enjoyed peace. So the question I want to ask Biafrans now is that when Aloy Ejimako was detained, does it have to do with Simon Ekpa? No. Okay? When Aloy Ejimako and the legal team was detained for almost 2 months now, or so, if I'm not mistaken, you have never seen me post anything about the legal. I can see from the people that are attacking me on social media, they are boasting. They say, he said that he's going to be getting information from our leader. Is he getting information now? So which means some people have give information that the legal team is not reporting anything to me again, which I am very, very comfortable with. Okay? So some people have the information that the legal team is not passing any information to me again, and I don't need it. Because each time the information comes, it has always been problem. So I have enjoyed peace since all this while that I didn't get any update from the legal team directly. But some people have that information passed to them that the legal team is not briefing me again. Okay, they have the information. And they are using it to make broadcasts. If you watch some of them, you will see where they are boasting that legal team is not contacting him again. The legal team is not, so they know. Now, since the legal team is not contacting me again, I don't have any information. I don't want to pass any information. No update has come to me. I have been, very consistent in what I'm doing, but the problem is increasing every day. So it has nothing to do with Simon Ekpa. Okay? Now, these people, when they hear the latest, when they hear the latest update, they start to say, oh, look at now they are sharing it. These are people that don't have heart. These people are just heartless people. They see where our leader is crying out, lamenting, and all they do is that, oh, it is just a strategy we are using. You are not using that strategy. If you are using strategy, you can't just come and make that kind of comment against the Nigeria DSS without them reacting. So everything you see here is true. I want to show you now that Aloy Ejimako was detained. And like I said, there is no update from me. They will say that Simon Ekpa update is causing problem. It doesn't cause any problem. I've just told you now that everything I have done, everything I've posted on social media, I asked questions before posting it. And this is what some of you don't know. Okay? And after this thing, they started attacking me that, oh, it's a lie. Nobody told me who said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to give you. So everything that comes from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they always use it to attack me. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if he decide that, okay, because believe me, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the spirit knows that I can't betray him. Even though if he don't trust me, or what I know is that I can never betray him until he comes out. Now, if he decide not to be passing information anymore that is bringing problem, I like that. And I have been, in fact, I prefer that no information come to me again until he comes out. Because any information comes, if I make it public, it brings a problem to those who root me. Now, I want you to, let us read this. Let us read this. So, number 2, that they confine him in a very tiny cell. This is true. 3, that any detainee who encounters and greet him during the single hour he is allowed outside his cell is promptly put in solitary confinement or transferred to a maximum security as a punishment for exchanging mere greeting with him, because of his detainees have resorted to avoiding him and exchanging situation with him, not to talk of any other form of social interaction. Now, this is another level of torture. This is a different level of torture. You see, I told you people that, this is not a makeup. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot just come and say, okay, they are bringing me out and they are restraining people from contacting me. When they say people, anybody who talk to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will put the person in a maximum security detention and all that. It is that it is a different mental torture they want to give to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I saw that in him during that court. That's why when people were saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was roaring like a lion, I see something deeply different. And if you did not believe me, if you could not believe me, if you have never believed me, this particular incident should make you to think twice about Simon Ekpa. Whether it is real or whether it is lie, this particular press release now should make you to think differently about me. Because immediately I started analyzing the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after that court. 3 days, I analyzed it. This is what happened. 3 days, I mentioned that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be coming to court with one cloth? A lot of all these illiterate broadcasters, they started attacking who clocked help. What are we going to do? They don't know. What do they know? They don't know anything. They don't research. They don't read. They don't develop their critical thinking. You see, when you are dealing with something like this, you must be far, higher than the people that you are dealing with. Be step ahead of them. So when I saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I have been able to, analyze his body language, and able to analyze the way he behaved in court, and everything. I saw something different. And I was asking God to give me the wisdom to begin to address that issue. So, and God gave me the wisdom. Before you see me coming to start talking differently, you can imagine the courage I have to summon. When you are telling me that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is I came and I begin to tell you a different thing. I said, even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that said he don't want new cloth, we must tell him that we must let him understand the reason why he must want that new cloth. Because I know why I said that thing is that I know that a lot of people, a lot of you, some of these people are just, they don't have just canal. So I need to air that message in different way. I said, even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say him don't want new cloth, let us convince him, tell him the reason why he must want cloth. But it takes somebody with a very deep understanding and intelligence to understand why I said so. Now, after 2 days of that broadcast, which I made about 3 times, I made a different broadcast on it, and this thing came. And in this particular press release, you saw something about the cloth. You saw something about the cloth. But I said it. I told you that this is a way, it's called the mental torture. They want you to, they are sending message to Biafrans and at the same time to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot continue to enjoy it any longer. So who knows what transpired that they decided to break this news. But let me tell you, it did not start yesterday. It did not start yesterday. So even if some of the things that were said there were not true or it is true. Until DSS come and say it's not true and they bring a proof. It's not true. This is the point. And so, just if you hate me, hate me. I'm not saying there is nothing I can do in this life for those who hate me not to hate me. But at least when I am in the spirit and talking in the spirit, understand it. Let me tell you another lie that was told about me. Another lie is that they said I came to say that Biafrans have been praying a wrong prayer. They twisted it. They now connect it to 150 days prayer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu declared that Simon Ekpa came and they say the prayer is wrong. But that is not true. My comment about praying a wrong prayer is a general thing. That I said, the Nigerians, Biafrans, we have been praying wrong prayer. That we should start praying for God for us to identify when a helper comes. Because you're praying for helper without knowing when God actually sent a helper. And this thing that has happened now is example of praying to know when a helper comes. Because if some of you understand actually the reason why I am back on the exposition after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court, after a few days of that court, you will not be saying that what is cloth, who cloth help. You will understand that the exposition about the court is spiritual. It's spiritual. Okay? And even now, some of them are disappointed. That why must it be now that Simon Ekpa started talking about the cloth of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that this kind of update come from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some people are disappointed. That is the level of hate people have. Some people are ready to crash this Biafra struggle if it is going to be Simon Ekpa that will bring any solution to anything. They are ready to crash it. They are ready to hand over everything they have to Nigeria. As let us continue in Nigeria, if Simon Ekpa can make any change. That is how I'm telling you how deep-rooted hate people have developed now. So they are not actually after the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Biafra. If Simon Ekpa can do anything today or prefer any solution today that can bring Nnamdi Kanu out, they rather allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stay there. That is the level of hate already. I'm just trying to inform you, watch me today, the level of hate some people have, developed in this struggle. If I say that there is something that God revealed to me now that we can do to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are not going to pay money for it. Everything is try and luck. Okay? But you see some people will say over their dead body they cannot do it. That if they instead they will do it, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rot in jail. I am telling you, it has come to that point. Okay? Now, having said all these things I said now, let us read what legal team said. Now they continued. 4. That since the Nigeria government extraordinary rendition him, he had been allowed to change of clothing, and his Jewish prayer shawls and other religious material brought to him by his council were rejected and returned. You see, so now all this while that they are coming to tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in high spirit. How can somebody be in high spirit when the legal council, the time he was rendition to Nigeria, the legal council tried to bring cloth to him? They refused. So how can somebody like that be in high spirit? Okay? He can never be in high spirit. He can never be in high spirit. Even if he's telling, I'm not saying, like, let me also correct you before you twist it now that I say the legal teams are lying. I am telling you, he can never be in high spirit. But that does not mean that what the legal teams are reporting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sending greeting and in high spirit is a lie. It's not a lie. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can tell that to the legal team in order to make the spirit of the people calm down. But the question is, with this report, will you say that somebody like that will be in high spirit? He can never be in high spirit. He can never be in high spirit. When a legal team bring cloth for you to change, and let me tell you, nobody, okay, if I have been discussing with the legal team now, they will say, oh, they have passed the information to me. Nobody passed information to me. No legal team discussed with me, but I started it. I begin to open this thing in the spirit. I started talking about the cloth. You see now, they write the cloth there. And the legal team now is trying to tell Biafrans and the entire world that they have tried to bring cloth to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The DSS refused. So why did we not know about it all this while? Why did we not know about it? Because since they renditioned him to Nigeria, so which means for the past 4 months or so, they have been trying to bring cloth to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they refused. And those who say, what is cloth? Have you seen it? Because it is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that actually did not want to change his cloth. It is the DSS. And that's another torture. That's another torture which I explained to you people. Go and watch the program. I said, what you see in the court is torture. I see this cloth that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not change the cloth is a mental torture. You see now, and now the legal team, after my exposition, they have come with a new message which corresponds with the exposition I made. Even if it is not true. Even if it is not true, I can hear some of the warriors. Some of them are saying they just do this, they just do that. If they are not true, my brother, I am believing it is true. If it is just a strategy, I am not believing it is a strategy. I am believing it is true. And the only way I am going to believe it is true is that that is the one we see with our own eyes. At least that one nobody can say is a strategy. They refused Bruce Fem from meeting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Korokoro, so many times the man was in Nigeria, they refused him to meet him. It is also part of the mental torture. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will have high hope that the man is coming to meet him. And not only that, too, another thing we are going to use to what I am using to say it is not a strategy for those idiots who will say it is just a strategy is because the British High Commissioner in Nigeria, they refused them to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what proof do you need to show that everything written here, if it is whether it is a propaganda, I am not believing it's a propaganda, it's real. Because there are ones we know that you cannot say is at least the one that is not happening inside there. There is one that is outside that we have seen. One is the Prince-Vane, two is the British Council. So if there is any other thing that these two will confirm that other ones may be true. Okay? Now, let us continue. Let us continue. Number 5. That the DSS has refused to replace his corrective lenses, which were smashed to smithereens by agents of the Nigerian government in the process of violence they unleashed on him while abducting him in Kenya. This has led to a rapid deterioration of his sight. This is another torture which everybody must rise up to, it must worry everybody. Do you see the reason why I am calling everybody this night that tomorrow, let us begin aggressive sit at home. Aggressive sit at home. It is no longer a child's play. It has become what you can do, do it. Anything you know you can do, do it. Okay? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is crying out to us. Forget anything anybody is telling you. Forget it. Whether it is lie, whether it is fake, whether it is true, we are going to believe what is here and work with it. And the ball is in your court. So let us now forget whatever the leadership is doing, their position in this and all that. Take this thing upon ourselves, take the bull by its horn, and make sure that we grant the economy and make sure that we invoke the Bible quotation that man cannot survive by bread alone. For those who will tell you, I don't have something to eat tomorrow. Because by the time you continue to live by not bread alone for a few weeks, few months, until something tangible is achieved, you will have the rest of your life to regret it. If you do and follow this politician and this pressure now die, and everybody calm down, and like they are trying to make you, believe me, you can never recover. You can never ever recover. Even if Mazi Nnamdi cannot come out, they succeeded to bring him out and restrict him movement, like they did to Shawari. They will say, stay in Abuja, don't go anywhere. They will be monitoring him and all that, like they did to Shawari. So we must, step up this game to let them understand it is not going to be what they do to Shawari, they are going to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That will determine on how resolute we are, how we stand up, because everybody knows that what they are doing now is to 2023. And we cannot allow them to win this game. So let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out first. Now, I want us to continue. Number six, that he is restricted to meeting with his council in an atmosphere devoid of private discussion with his council. And he is oftentimes denied perusal of legal documentation his council bring to him to review. You see? So sometimes they deny access to even having any kind of discussion, pertaining to how the legal teams are handling this case. What the client relationship is that you give access to the legal counsel and the client to discuss on a way forward. But the Nigeria DSS is not allowing that. Okay? And that in a natural sense is a mental torture. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be longing to discuss something very private with the legal counsel. He will never be given opportunity to do that. Do you know what it means? It means that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be sleeping every day. He will be thinking. Okay, Ejiofor is coming. They are coming tomorrow. I'm going to discuss this with them. Ejimako is coming tomorrow. I'm going to discuss this with them. And then all of a sudden, Ejimako and Ejiofor, arrived. I will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out only to be in an atmosphere that he cannot talk about it to them. And everything is okay. Yes. And watching again. He say, yes. He say, everybody's fine. All that. The only thing they will discuss is that council sit at home. Council sit at home. That is the only thing the DSS want to hear. So we want to now take that particular task away from our leader, so that they will not put him in danger. They will not continue to put him in danger. We are taking that thing away from him. Okay? So how can you be very, very sound when you have opportunity, you have something bothering you, you have so many messages, you have something directive to give inside your heart, and you can't give it? Look at your lawyer. Look at DSS. Look at the people, and something is going wrong. Movement is going wrong, but you can't say it. That is the situation we are now. And like I said, it has nothing to do with Simon Ekpa. For those illiterate people who, in the first place, they started accusing Simon Ekpa. Oh, it is because of because of Simon Ekpa update that they are disturbing the legal counsel. These are idiots. These are idiots because of hatred for Simon Ekpa. But it is because the Spirit have asked me to start this exposition about the condition of our leader. I don't know what happened. And the thing is out. If you ask me now, I don't know. But it is because of that I have started this exposition the same time the thing is coming. So it is coincidence. Or maybe like I've normally said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you see, some of you don't even know something. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked me to broadcast on Radio Biafra, I have made it very clear. He knows that sometimes I can take something from his heart. So I don't want somebody say, look at them. Look at the illiterate here. Uchenna Mbam. Ekperima. Your mumu is too much. Look at him. And that is how we are going to kick him out of these are the nincompoop. These are the illiterate idiots that the only thing they know, instead of him to come and give a different, bring a different opinion from what I'm saying, maybe a more superior argument from what I'm saying, he don't do that because they don't have the mental capacity to give any opinion. They don't have that mental capacity to give somebody a legal opinion or any opinion, not to talk about legal opinion. They don't bother well to give legal opinion. Yes, are you people ready? All right. So I have the people that are supposed to come here. They are coming now. So we will continue because we have about 9,000 people watching this broadcast live and direct. We have 9,300 people watching. We have about 3,000 person watching from YouTube, and then about 2,000 and 3,000 something from the others. So we have about 9,315 now watching live and direct this. So I don't want to end the broadcast again because if I end it now, it will take people time to join. So since we have this number of people watching and it is increasing again, we have now 9,400 or so. We have about 9,400 people watching now. It's going on and off. So we don't need to end the broadcast. We just continue like that. But these guests I have from the United States are coming to join us. So I will continue. But when they come, I will bring them in. So don't just stay back. It is going to be a very wonderful evening today. So stay back wherever you are, and I'm bringing them to the program. Now, as I continue to, one moment. Now, as I continue to, to analyze this, now number 6. So the atmosphere, like I've just explained to you, the atmosphere, let me zoom this, let me zoom it. Okay, there we go. Number 6, that he is restricted. Yep, I think it is good now. That he is restricted to meeting with his counsel in an atmosphere devoid of private discussion with his counsel, and he is oftentimes denied perusal of legal documentation his counsel bring to him to review. Okay, number 7, that he is not allowed to sleep with a pillow, and this has led to his developing acid reflux, which comes with acute burning sensation in his chest pain, and extreme difficulty in swallowing. You see, this is the worst torture you can give to any human. So I do not understand why people will leave this thing that is very serious and be talking about Simon Ekpa, and be talking about the DOS, and be talking about all this rubbish, while our leader is dying gradually in the dungeon of DOS. Somebody is coming to tell me you are giving order. You are giving order. They are only interested in who is giving order and who is not giving order. My people, we are running out of time. We are running out of time. We don't have time for all this nonsense gossip. We need action. All of you that have supported Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of you that have volunteered yourself to do one thing or the other, it is time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs you. And we don't need to be under command of anything to make this happen. We don't need to be any command. Let us show that we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us show that we are angry. Let us show that we are mad with the system that is subjecting our leader to this kind of degrading treatment and torture, which is not allowed in international law, prohibited. The international law prohibits torture and degrading treatment. It's a crime. Let me tell you that when the son of Charles Taylor was arrested and sentenced in the United States, he was not sentenced to prison because he killed somebody. No, he was sentenced to prison because of torture. He tortured somebody. He tortured people in their country, and they convicted him in the United States. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ogwebo, for your super chat. God bless you, Brother Simon. This is a very sad news about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and some people are not getting it. They are joking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health. Greeting from Jesus is my father. Thank you very much. My sister, this is exactly the problem. Some people are joking because Simon Ekpa was talking about it. So they rather want to jeopardize the health and condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of hatred for Simon Ekpa, because Simon Ekpa started saying it without the report of the legal team. I started saying it because My spirit told me to say it. Number 8, that on the 17th of July, 2021, one of his lawyer, the undersigned barrister Aloy Jimako, was detained and interrogated for hours by the DSS when he came to the DSS on the visitation to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who witnessed the detention before being led away, was very distressed and alarmed by this incident, and he considers it brazen act of intimidation of his counsel. This was part of the mental torture being meted to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The reason they detained his counsel is not any other thing, only to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they are ready and they are going to deal with him. Is only to belittle the legal counsel before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is the strategy the police uses in some countries, some corrupt police. They want to shout down on your representative. They want to make the person become nobody in your presence. That is the strategy they use. This has nothing to do with Simon Ekpa, or Simon Ekpa says Simon Ekpa did not say. This has nothing to do. This absolutely the strategy that the most of these corrupt police are using to prove to the client that the lawyer is nobody before them. It is part of mental torture. But because some idiot who don't know anything about education, who don't know anything about thinking, who don't know anything about these law enforcement agents, those corrupt one, who don't know anything about all this, because of them, they don't know anything. They will come to social media and start talking rubbish. And Simon Ekpa posted this. That is the reason. He say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give me the topic. That is the reason. It is not how it has nothing to do with what Simon Ekpa posted. It is the modus operandi of these evil DSS men to demoralize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Intimidation. But because of hatred to Simon Ekpa, some people are attaching it. You don't know that the person you are dealing with is a very intelligent person. Biafrans are very intelligent people. And I am not, it's just that I have not beginning to address these things because it is not the time yet to address you people. It's not the time. The time is coming when I will address you. When I will pieces all these things and all this nonsense that these buffoons are doing on social media. The time is coming. But let us focus. The only way now for you to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need you is that the time has come. Finally, the time has come, because if we fail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, God will never forgive us. So the question is, what are you doing individually in your own capacity to prove that you can't allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to suffer like this in the DSS dungeon? What are you doing? What are the businessmen doing? Those who cannot go to their village before, and now they can go to the village because of the activity of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu movement. Those who their mothers in the village can no longer, were not able to go to their farm, and they can now go to their farm today because of the Eastern Security Network instituted by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What are you doing? Those of you in Lagos, those of you in Yoruba land doing business, that people can no longer go to farm in your village until ESN came and they begin to chase away the terrorists from our forest. What are you doing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The time has come that you are going to not even pay back, because you can never pay back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he has done in this struggle. 9, that he has to date been denied access to British consul despite her repeated request to see him. And on the day of his last court appearance, on the 10th of November 2021, the British consul, who in the court to observe the proceeding, was intimidated by the DSS officer who restricted her from coming close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So even if anything is not true, even if all these things, because I have seen some people telling some people, which is very, very disheartening. It's very absurd. I have come across where some people are telling some people, you see that thing, don't mind that, we are just using it. That press release. So if every other thing is lie, okay, is this one a lie? If every other thing is a formality, is this particular one now a formality or a propaganda that they could not allow the British consul to visit him? Even in the court, they humiliated the person that came to represent the British High Commission in Nigeria. So is that one a lie too? You see, if those of you who all these people, power mongers, have been writing privately telling you, don't mind those things, so we just use it to do something. Don't ask them, use your tongue and count your teeth. Is this one also a propaganda? I am asking you. Let us continue. Number 10. Number 10. Number 10 says that to date, the DSS has denied his repeated request for an independent medical examination to examine the extent of damage done to his body by a suspected substance he may have been injected with during this abduction and extraordinary rendition. He has reasons to believe that injected substance is the potassium from his body, causing him constipation, a feeling of skin heat, palpitation, fatigue, muscle weakness, spasms, and numbness. You see? So he is believing, our leader is calling on you, telling you for the very first time that he believed he was injected. He believed he was injected. And that injection is now reflecting, is not affecting him and all. And all of you, what you can do is to come here, to come to social media and start talking rubbish. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this and that, this. You think you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than me? You can imagine when some of us who are seeing things in the spirit are reacting. You think they say we want to hijack IPOB. Simon Ekpa want to hijack IPOB. Let me also tell you that some of you don't understand that some of the action of the expelled members, the so-called expelled members of IPOB, some of the action leading to their outburst on social media was as a result of the lackadaisical of the leadership in handling some of the vital information and the directive of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It made those people to go mad. Somebody like this woman called Nelly Ofebu, for example, because that is the only person they have in their name now. They say Nelly Ofebu was a planning coup. They say Nelly Ofebu. It was because of the whatever spiritual something or feeling that maybe that woman have about something is going wrong. But the lackadaisical of the leadership probably may make her to lose hope. Just like many of you now, lackadaisical to handle some information and have a proactive measures. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may have been injected. You know, they say may have been injected. Okay? So, and somebody is ranting. Somebody is angry. Somebody who may have a privileged information is running mad. That things are going mad. That things are going wrong. That we need to do something. We need to do something. And some people are saying, let us leave it. Let us leave it. You know, it is the leadership is coming with something. And somebody who the spirit is disturbing is running mad on social media. And they say, you want to hijack. You want to hijack the leadership. You want to hijack the because they are not disturbed with you think you have seen it all? Let me tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he's going through now is not all here. There are more to it. And because some of us are getting the feeling, that is why sometimes there is nothing is enough. No decision of the DOS is enough. I'm telling you, because of we are getting the feeling, no decision of the DOS today is enough until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. It is not to say, when people say we are attacking, we are not attacking. I don't understand what you mean by attacking. We are not attacking. But we are telling you now that we are in a situation that everything must be done, that every hand must be on deck. And somebody is telling us, you are attacking some people are coming online. I have to defend this. Who is against structure? Let me also address this particular issue of a structure. When you say somebody is against structure, it's like you come and say, as Nigeria is now, you say, let there not be a Senate. We don't need Senate in Nigeria. We don't need Senate. That is, it means you are against the structure. Okay? You say, we don't need the office of Senate. It means you are fighting against it. But when you are saying the Senate president, the senators, and all that are living up to expectation, it is not a structure you are attacking. Now, the issue here is that we are in a very critical time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is in danger. Okay? Somebody say, stop calling. You see, this is the problem here. Somebody say, God's a good, gracious God. Oh no, not you. Sorry. Where is the comment? Here, this comment. I want you all to read this comment. What is the comment? Where is the comment? Yeah, this one, Sarah. I don't know why this person will be having this kind of name. What is this kind of queer or whatever, Sarah? You know, Simon, what can you do? Simon, what can you do? Nothing. Stop calling DOS, please. It's not good. You see, you are not part of us. I'm going to block you because your name alone. I don't need to address your comment. I'll just have to block you so you will not comment here again. You are not part of us. If you are part of us, you will not drop this rubbish comment you drop here. I don't know. Should I be calling your name? If I'm addressing the leadership of IPOB, should I be using your name to address them? Should I not call their name as it is? And if I am calling for action and calling for everybody to wake up, should I be using your name to call them to wake up? So you are blocked. You don't supposed to be here, and people should not even go to respond to this idiotic person because he is not part of us. She is not part of us. The name does not even show anything anyway. All right. So having distracted us, let us continue because we have our guest here already. But let me quickly read the number 11. Number 11. That the circumstances of the foregoing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to have a persistent and heightened feeling of potent threat to his overall well-being and safety within the DSS facility where he is currently detained. Okay. Information that everything is we just did it. My brother, reading this particular message, person like me, I am taking this message, this press release as it is. Okay? If you have any privileged information that is not available to me, I don't have it. And even if I have it, my spirit is telling me something. I am particularly taking this particular press release very seriously and I'm treating it as it is. Okay, until further notice. And the only time I will not treat this message as it is when I see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu outside. For the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is inside, I will continue to even be more brutal in what I'm doing. I will continue to be even more stubborn. So if you think you have seen my stubbornness, my brother, I am just starting. I told you people that in a few weeks' time, you are going to see a different dimension in the struggle for Biafra. That I am waiting for the leaders of the Southeast to visit Abuja first and see the outcome of Abuja before the dimension will take place. And now we have seen them visiting the Abuja and we are watching them closely. We have also seen the press release of the presidency. We are watching it closely. And in a few weeks' time, the struggle for Biafra will take a different dimension until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. And that is why I am boldly coming today to openly advocate for a continuous sit at home and even for the sit at home to be extended to the other part of southern Nigeria, especially those places dominated by Biafrans and their businesses. It is the only thing you do for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't do it, it is not going to take anything away from me. If tomorrow comes and you decide to go to work, it is not going to take anything away from me. It is not stopping me from eating. It is not going to stop me from being Simon Ekpa. It is not going to remove anything from my name. it is going to do is that you have betrayed and continue to disappoint a man who have contributed, sacrificed everything, including his liberty, to fight for your freedom. It's the only thing you have achieved. You continue to show that you are in solidarity with him. Believe me, the sky is not just our limit. But our limit is going to be above the sky. On this note, I am going to begin to bring in our visitors this evening, and I will be bringing them one after the other, introducing them to you, and I hope that no table will be shattered today. I will be bringing Mazi Ejasi. Mazi Ejasi, you are coming in first. Good evening from here.
Good evening.
Good evening from
good
here.
afternoon from Texas.
Mazi
Thank
Ejasi,
you, Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is Mazi Ndubeze Ejasi. I live in Dallas, Texas. And I am the Central Regional Coordinator, IPOB, USA.
The Central Regional Coordinator of IPOB, USA.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi Simon.
And I'm going to bring the next person on this program, Mrs. Azuka. Mrs. Azuka, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. How are you doing? And thank you, Biafrans, for being here. And I'm so excited to be among this group that is coming this afternoon to speak with you guys. My name is Azuka, Honorable Azuka Charles Wonko, the Regional Mountain Coordinator. United States here, that's in Texas, United States. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I can see that your husband is standing behind you.
Yes.
I am right here.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
God bless you, Mazi.
Bless you too. Bless you too. All right, I'm going to bring you in Madam Rosemary Williams. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my people. Thank you, Mazi Simon.
Welcome.
Hello, Mazi Ejasi. Honorable, I greet you.
Hey,
my people, I am grateful to be here this afternoon again. And we continue. There's no resting, there is no pausing, there is no shaking until we actualize our dreams and our goals. Number one, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, must be released unconditionally.
yes.
If not, whatever the zoo government and the zoo country see, they will take it from us. And then number two, there is nothing, no stopping, all the way to Biafra land. Biafra is our home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Rosemary, for joining in this particular wonderful night. And the next person we have, on the program is Madam Erewa. One moment, I need to. Madam Erewa, hold on. Madam Erewa, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here. Thank you.
One moment.
No, you can't open this.
Madam Erewa, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here and very appreciative for. Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Glad to be here, and it's an honor, and words cannot express the gratitude and appreciation that I have in my heart for all you are doing for this struggle. And most especially, our leader is in our heart. We want him released unconditionally because he has committed no crime. Freedom for us is not a crime. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are going to welcome to the program today for the very first time on my program. You are appearing here. I really appreciate that you are here with other group. We are going to have, just a few minutes of commercial, and then we start our discussion this evening. Just one moment. All right, welcome and welcome to the program. Again, we have additional person, Mazi, Chinwe, Akuz. Welcome to the program. Good evening from here.
Thank you very much, Mazi Simon Ekpa. My name is Mazi Chinwe Akweze. It's a great privilege and honor to be in the show today to talk to Biafrans, for us to fellowship and rub minds together in issue that affects us as a nation, as a people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good to have you here today. And then we're all going to be appearing on the screen. We have Madam Erewa, we have Rosemary Williams, we have Azuka, we have Mazi Ejiasi, we have Mazi Chinwe Ukeze, we have me on this show. All right, so how do we start? You know, it's quite interesting to have this full house today. I have been making a exposition on how the Fulani controls the natural resources in Biafra land. And one of them, is the managing director of the NNPC, the man called Mele Kayare. Mele Kayare lived in Abuja and goes to work in the Niger, in Biafra, the place called Niger Delta of Biafra, in this Bonny Island of Biafra. He's going every day from Abuja to work by helicopter. And of course, he spent a lot of money. He's one of the richest one of the richest Fulani as of today. And I was just exposing the profiles of those who work in NNPC. And he was a geologist. He's a geologist and found himself working into in NNPC, and they have risen to the highest position of the managing director of NNPC. While those who are the board members of the NNPC have more experience, over 35 years of experience, more educated and all that, and they are working under him. So these are the reason why some of these things are I also try to explain to the viewers about the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which also is against domination, foreign domination of any particular member state. And Fulani have demonstrated to, or Nigeria has demonstrated to breach that law with highest impunity. Under that chapter 20 of that African Charter of Human and People's Rights, the charter, gave any indigenous people the right to have what you call the liberation force or liberation struggle. They use the term liberation struggle. That liberation struggle is, in other words, giving you the right to have armed struggle to fight against foreign invasion. I have also went further to define the Nigeria situation as being invasion of foreign people, which is Fulanis. They are not Nigerians. They have invaded Nigeria and they are occupying some of our land and our territory. And for that reason, we need to invoke the section 20 of this African Charter on Human and People's Rights. So these are the things we've discussed this evening. Going further, we also bring the press release coming from the DSS dungeon about our leader and what is going through in DSS dungeon. I also explained that it was not possible until I begin the exposition of how he has been appearing in the court with only one cloth. Because what I saw on the 10th of November was not encouraging, and I saw a broken Mazi Mbikano. And I made that, somebody courage to make that exposition for the very first time. And after that, this whole thing began to happen. So now we have seen that it is time that we are all going to rise up to do which is right for the sake of our leader. Whether we are right or wrong, whatever we do is something that we believe going to be for the best interest of him and the struggle. So this is the thing we are going to center our discussion this evening. And I beg you, or I know that everybody's, our head is very hot. So let us try as much as possible to maintain the lane and not, discuss something that is out of the focus of this discussion tonight. Thank you. Ejas, I think you can continue from here. We can't hear you. Can you?
Okay. I've unmuted myself. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mazi Simon. Let me go ahead and introduce myself again. My name is Mazi Ndubeze Jiasi. Ndubeze Jiasi is from Akokwa. Akokwa is in Udo and in Biafra land. And I am the Central Time Regional Coordinator in United States. I live in Dallas, Texas. Mazi, let me take the issue of our leader. The way they brought him out on the 10th. Mazi, it goes to show that the informations that has been, information they have been passing down to us ever since he was abducted and kept in DSS dungeon has not been correct. It goes to show that certain things are still being hidden from us. Okay, the way we saw our leader on 10th, I'm sure all of us saw him, and I'm sure all of us, we are heartbroken because we have never seen our leader in that manner and the way he reacted. So I'm going to use this opportunity to tell every serious Biafran, irrespective of who you're supporting or who you are not supporting to rise up at this moment. And I believe that the only thing we have at hand now to be able to hold this country called Zoological Republic of Nigeria down is our seat at home. I heard you some time ago suggesting that the whole southern Nigeria, join IPOB to sit at home every Monday, or even extend it more to some days. That should be an encouraging thing to do for everybody, because we're not talking of only Biafrans now being subjugated in Nigeria. Even Yorubas are facing the same situation. The real indigenous people of Hausa, call it the whole entire northern region, the entire region, the indigenous people that came from there, all of them has been subjugated as well. So I will suggest that we encourage our people to continue with this Monday sit at home. If need be, increase more days, because that's the only thing that is hurting these politicians and all these powers that be. That's the only way that can hasten up the release of our leader. Forget about what we saw yesterday or 2 days ago, that some elders went there to Abuja to go and beg. Remember, in one of our leaders' broadcasts, he has told us that you can't get anything from Fulani by begging. And we should know that by now, that begging should not be it's not the weapon we need. The weapon we need is to lock up entire South. Take this sit at home serious. If the entire South is not going to go with us, let the entire Biafra area, that entire old eastern region, join hands together and continue with this issue of sit at home. And I believe if we continue in that route, that very soon they will let our leader go. So I will stop from here and probably come on again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ejazi, for that straight talk. The thing is that we are all now wanting that to encourage our people to continue the sit at home, as it is the only effective means of civil disobedience. It's not like, when we sit at home, we save life. For those who are calling for protest and all that, we have already seen how they kill us during protest and nobody cared. So I think everybody should understand now, and this is something that we must do for the sake of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether we are right or we are wrong. Now, Mazi Chinwe Akweze, welcome to the program. Let us hear your opinion as well.
Thank you very much, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Sincerely, I must thank you for your good work. You have always been there for Biafrans. What you are doing is, in fact, is for a time like this. For a time like this. And before we run out of this program, I want to ask you a very, very pertinent question, which I would like you to give Biafrans the answer. Now, before I proceed, let me say my name is Mazi Chinwe Akweze. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the capacity of the Ontario coordinator in Canada. And I'm pleased to be here. Our leader made mention of some things which each and every one of us must always remember. One of those things he has always preached in his gospel of Biafra restoration is that POB, Indigenous People of Biafra, is a peaceful movement. The only way we can get to our destination is for us to continue to put pressure on those who are holding us hostage. The only way we can be able to get to where we are going to is to ensure that we involve or indulge in civil disobedience. The principle of this struggle is not for us to take up arms and fight the Nigerian government. He has said it repeatedly that protest is a way of civil disobedience. And in time like this, we are not able to protest anymore in the street because the Nigerian government keep killing us. Now, we've devised another means to ensure that we must protest, and that is sit at home. Every time we are sitting at home, the way of protesting If our sit-at-home is not working, then why do they want us to stop it? Why are they attacking it? Why are they coming after us? So I will encourage Biafrans all over the world to ensure that they support and continue to maintain the sit-at-home, especially those in Biafra land. Because when we sit at home is a way of showing the entire Nigeria and even the entire world that we, the people of Biafra, are not happy with what is going on in our land, especially the extraordinary rendition of our leader. Remember, our leader said, one day, when we blow into the air, you'll be told that your leader has been captured and that you should back down. Our leader asked a rhetorical question. He said, are we going to back down? Now, right now, we don't have any weapon in our hands. We are peaceful people agitating to be free from the Nigerian state. The only weapon we have in this our journey to Biafra restoration is civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is a panacea, is a way to ensure that we continue to put pressure, not just on the Nigerian government, to the Eastern politicians who are part of our slave masters, who are also part of the team, the oppressed, the oppressor that are oppressing us as a people. So we must continue to sit at home every Monday. And we should even think of adding another day. See, God or Chukwokika is not going to look at any other thing. He's going to see how we are ready, the extent that we are ready to sacrifice. Remember, he did not promise us an easy route to Biafra. But each time we do whatever we do, we pray. We pray that Chukwokika should make us more resolute to be able to stand the pressure on our way. Telling anybody to come out of the streets to fight the Nigerian government, we are simply saying, sit at home. Every time you sit at home, you ensure that you are keeping yourself safe. Simon Ekpa, I want and I'm requesting that we, all over the world, Biafrans, should begin to think of increasing the sit at home, not just on the eastern region, not just on Biafra land. We are looking at encouraging our people who live in Lagos, who do business in Lagos, who live in Abuja, who live in Kano and Kaduna, all over Nigeria. See a Monday, every Monday, as a day that will be set aside for a protest. Sit at home is a protest. If we employ a nationwide protest every Monday, I'm telling you that Nigeria will feel it. And they will begin to think towards having a way to reconcile and make things the way we want them. Because it's going to be a pressure. Remember, a drop of water, every time it keeps dropping and dropping and dropping, gradually it's going to form a hole. Yes. That is what sit at home and that is what pressure means. Thank you very much. I would like to stop here.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I agree with you that in this kind of thing, we need to step up the game. Having sit at home extended to other part of Nigeria is a welcome development. The only reason So the only reason why I focused on southern Nigeria is because of the vulnerability of those in the northern Nigeria with what it is going to be. So I think because with what is going on, we may have a long way to go because we cannot trust this government. We can't trust the presidency. Whatever they do, we know who they are. So it is until seeing is believing. So that is my own. My own is that seeing is believing. So when I see, I believe. So for that reason, the northern Nigeria is going to be very hostile to our people if they begin to sit at home. So we first of all try to introduce it to the people in the southern Nigeria, from the entire Biafra, south, and up to the southwest of Nigeria. So let it be, first of all, southern Nigeria, and then we can gradually, if something is not working well, we can gradually move it to the middle belt, and then we go from there. Because if we say all over Nigeria now, it may be a very hostile situation for those in the north. So I think from the southern Nigeria first, and then we are looking at our Yoruba brothers to join us. Because once they join the sit at home, my brother, it is the end. Once they join the sit at home, it is the end. Once we observe sit at home of entire southern Nigeria with our Oduduwa brothers, which we are going to start making program for it, creating awareness for it, is the end. And it is going to also start when our people, the business people of Biafra who are residing in Oduduwa land, once they observe that sit at home, that is the beginning of the end. So we must look at making sure we enlighten them on the need for sit at home, especially in the southern Nigeria first, before we now transit to northern Nigeria in case if it didn't work or didn't achieve what we are targeting. So on this note, I will be bringing Madam Erewa. Madam Erewa, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I being heard loud and clear?
Yes.
Thank you. I salute all listeners, and I am Madam Annie Rejworishe Erewa. I'm Ichekiri Urobo speaking Biafran from coastal region, Biafra land. I am in USA, Boston, Massachusetts, and I am here to speak and in support of sit at home. Because in this world where we are, everybody have got some kind of a weapon. Nigeria has a weapon that they can fire from any angle to take life and cut life short. And as we can see, millions of Biafrans, if you come to know the truth, you'll be shocked how Biafrans have been persecuted in that contraption. A contraption that a stranger came from Britain, a mercenary, came to create, and then brought another stranger that they call cabals, nomadic cabal, Fulani herdsmen, and they are killing people. Biafrans are suffering on account of what? Your own resources is what they are killing you for, killing us for. The only weapon we have, if you go on the street, like Mazi said, they come and kill you. But the weapon we have as Biafrans is sit at home. What about these Fulekus who are going to beg? Could you imagine that? Think about it. How does it sound to hear that southern governors, southeast governors are going to beg strangers who have turned them into slaves to be begging them for what? For what is yours? Hell no. Mandela said he cannot sell his birthright in order to be free. We cannot sell our birthright in order to be free. These southeast governors are selling their birthright, and they want to sell the birthright of Biafran for their own self-gain. So, leader Is a British citizen, traveled on a British passport. Somehow, this rendition brought him to DSS custody, and he's there. This is his voice. We miss him. We appreciate and thank God for the sacrifices he has given. He sacrificed so much and he taught us so much. He made us to open our eyes today to know we are Biafrans. And let me tell you, we who are coastal, and I hope coastals are listening to me, we who are coastals are the most deceived. You know why? They so deceive us that we didn't even know that we are Biafrans. We always think Biafra to be rebel, to be something. They made us to hate Biafra, but thank God for our leader. And that's why Constituents should wake up and join this sit at home. Yes, because if you want something, make I talk pidgin English here, I beg my people. If you want something to work, now your house, now you go start them for. Then when you start them for your house, other people could see them, then go begin to see, say you serious. But when we not join, it be like he say, we did, but we not did. No. Any constituent, when he go still talk, who say he not be Biafra, he not be Eastern region. Now who you be? You not be Western region. If you ask a constituent, are you Western region? The answer is no. If you ask a constituent, are you Northern region? The answer is no. And there are 3 regions, right? So, forget about South and all that when they call us. Join the sit at home, wake up. Our leader don't suffer for us. Now, one person, when he take all of us along, he say, if I even get therefore don't give them 5 states. But he said no. He said all the Biafrans, if they take them along, one he not go leave behind. How much you need somebody to sacrifice for you? So, constituents, begin to join this struggle. Wake up, please. Yes, so now you check it at the column. You check it your combination. No, we are constituents. And then I also want to talk to my Caribbeans, the black nations, Caribbean nations, Jamaica, Haiti, you name it, many. You know, sometimes these things, they just keep your head, but all the Caribbean nations, Puerto Rico, you are to begin to write that you support the sit at home that Biafrans are doing. Yes, so because we are blacks, African Americans, please. They used to call you Negro. Then you decided to say you need an identity. And then you decided to say we are African American. Your blood is there in Biafra land. So please, this is serious. We need our freedom. We want our leader to be released unconditionally. Forget about all these things that the Southeast governors are doing that led to the extraordinary rendition because of election. Forget all of that. And forget about them tippy-toe to go to beg. Please, Biafrans, it is the will of the people. And the will of the people must stand. The will of the people must be respected. And the will of the people are saying, we are sitting at home. And as I they talk so, make una join me to say, We are sitting at home every Monday, and of course, May 30th, Hero and Heroines Day, we are sitting at home. Oh, yes, so make I stop here. And I thank you for giving me this room to come here, opportunity to just say a word or two. I can go on and on, but make I stop here for my fellow comrades to also share their message. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mazi Simon.
Thank you very much, Madam Arewa, for that wonderful disposition there. And of course, on this note, we are going to bring you Madam Rosemary Williams. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi Simon. We always appreciate you for all that you have been doing for our people, the Biafran people. And then, as you can see, many people listen to you. And then that's why we're here, because we know that our logging to your broadcast, they love what you are doing. And we come here to speak to them because we are all together in this race. The race to freedom, race to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My dear people, my name is Nwada Rosemary Chikanele Williams. I am an Igbo-speaking Biafra from Owerri province. I live here in United States of America, California to be precise. I'm the regional coordinator for Pacific Zone. We are here today to bring to your notice that the people in this panel today are the North American family. We are the regional coordinators starting from Canada to America Eastern region, Central region, Mountain region, and Pacific region. We are all together in it. So when we tell you people that we, the American family, North American family, are under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Ahmadike one of Biafra land, we know what we are talking about. Remember, when somebody is telling you that another person is the leader, that you are under them, divided this struggle, and then some of them are under somebody else because that person is related to Mazi. We are not here for people that relate to Mazi. We are here for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If it is not Panadol, it does not work like Panadol. When you want something, go for what you want. For that reason, we are here again today. We talk every time, every day on different platforms, but today we are here on Mazi Simon Ekpa's platform. We are here because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as we have heard, life is a danger. We have been saying it, even when you listen to the interview the American women had with Mazi Chike Doziem. He was asked, how do he know that our leader was doing okay? Because he never see our leader since he was adopted. And all we hear is from something somebody tells us that our leader says. And most of the people that have been saying all those things, sometimes I used to ask, are we sure that they are seeing our leader? But it has come to our notice, even from the legal teams, the Barrister Ejiofor and Barrister Ejimako. Now they have given us the information that our leader's life is a danger. And then our brother, Don Prince, it has been revealed to him too, through his dream. Leader's life is not here. So we are here because we want to show solidarity to him to the fullest, not half measured, not haphazard. I've been saying sit at home. And from today, some people have entered Monday, while we in diasporas, most of us are still in morning or afternoon hours. But for those of you who have entered Monday in Biafra land, we say sit at home. Sit at home is the only thing we have in our hands working for us now. We are not fighting anybody. We are not blockading anybody. We are sitting in our homes, at home, to show our solidarity to our leader. And we want it to be total ghost town. Ghost town. We don't want people, doing it haphazard. Our people in Lagos State, we want you to join. Our people in the Midwest, Middle Belt, anywhere, we want you to join. Especially all around Biafra, from the coastal region to the riverine area, to our Igodo side, to the mountains, to the valleys, to the top. We want everybody to sit at home. Sit at home is a civil disobedience. It is allowed in democratical policies, political areas, anywhere in the world. It is allowed. We are not fighting anybody. And my people, we have to bring it to your notice that the Umuada worldwide are coming together. And we are bringing our sisters together. We are bringing the representatives of our Umuada of Biafra land together. We have our sisters from the coastal region, and when you come to the coastal region, our dear big sister and our auntie, Madam Erewa, is from the coastal. You people have just heard her, said something. And from the Igodo area, many of them have risen up. We have Uwa Sophia, we have Sister Coco, we have the princess, we have the Oyibo. We have all of them. And we want our people from Ishekiri, Orobo, Ogoni, even Iguacha, and the other sites that I may not be able to remember all of them. We want everybody to rise up. The sisterhood, we want you to join this force. While we work together with the North American family that have stood firm to hold forth to what our leader has put together. I want his suffers, his sacrifices, everything he has worked for to go in vain. So that's why we still stand under the leadership of one and only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody else. I want you to join with us. We run for the race, this special race, to release our leader, free our people. Biafra is our home. It's Biafra all the way. Thank you, my people. Before I cut, remember, there's one message our leader sent out. He said, when will you stop begging? Whoever you say is Buhari. When will you stop begging? Whoever you say is Buhari. We all know that that imposter there is not who you think he is. And for him to be sitting there telling us he has to think and consider whether he will release our leader or not is unacceptable to the Biafran people. My people, rise up. It is time to do the needful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rosemary Williams, for being part of this program and for your contribution so far. We have, at this point, about 10,034 people watching this program live and direct. We have about 3,200 on YouTube. We have about 1,000 on Enter Biafra. We have 2,000 something on the app, live streaming app. So total, we have increased 10,045 people watching live and direct on these three platforms. All right, Madam Azuka, welcome to the program. It is your turn.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for being here. And then I just want to thank the Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're calling in from. I just want to thank you for giving us this opportunity to make our case to Biafran people. And now it is time for us to take our laws into our hands. Dear friends, I want to let you know that we have given everything. We have made our case all over the world. We have gone to United Nations. We have gone to United Kingdom, United States included. We were able to let them know what our people are suffering. All the inhuman treatment, all the marginalization, all the torture, and everything that has to do with inhumanity that our people has witnessed. And right now, it is now for us to take laws into our hands because every case we've made has proven abortive. They are not listening to us. And I tell you, you cannot give your freedom just like that to anybody. You have to take your freedom yourself. And that is why we are here to let you know that it's time for us to change course. There is time for everything. Time for rain, time for sunshine, time for everything good, and time for everything bad. It is time for everything bad right now. And I must tell you, you have to fasten your seatbelt. We are taking another dimension because I tell you that when Mazi, he was not looking at Biafra alone. After all, he started his agitation because of what was going on in the northern part of Nigeria, and he preached and he supported that everybody must be free. He preached that everybody must have a better life. He preached that we must, as a human being, live like that which God has created, not like animals. But what have they done? They extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria, and at this time around kept him in dungeon incommunicado. They kept him there without a change of clothes. They kept him there without sleeping with pillow. They kept him there to suffer and suffocate or maybe die. But God forbid that cannot happen. And I tell you, what has he done that he should demand all this? I ask you again, what has he done to demand all this? He has been preaching for good life for his people. There is no infrastructure in our place. There is no better life. There is no better education. Our people are all there, most of our youth are, languishing without employment. These are all the things he was preaching. These are all the things he wanted for his people. These are all the things he believed that can make his people better. But they now put him down. Now he's sick. He cannot have a better health care. He cannot have access to his his doctor. He cannot have access to anything good. And therefore, we want to make it known to Nigerian government. Not only Nigerian government want to get this message across the world that we are no longer in the state of agitation, we are moving it down to liberation. We want Biafran people to be liberated. We want to be a nation of our own. We want to be on our own. We want to take care of ourselves. We want to take care of everything that God has given to us. God endowed us with good vegetation, everything good, both manpower and otherwise, and we have to utilize it. Now, what is going on is not different from what Nigerian government have been doing. But worst part of it is that they are in cahoots with our governors, the Southeast governors, and all so-called politicians and quotes, and they are now taking advantage of everything from our people, from our place. And now I want to let them know that this cannot happen again. We want to let them know that our people are now taking laws into their hand. We are now ready to go. We are now ready to take laws into our hands. And that is why we are calling for all the Biafrans to now stand, faith, your destiny into your hands, not to take laws into your hand. To take faith into your hands, not to take laws into your hands, because what you do today will determine your future. What you do today will determine your future generation. What you do today will determine how your children will live. If you die today and your children are not living better, what have you achieved? It's a portion to a man to die once, and that is the stage we are. So we want liberation of our people, and we want to encourage you guys that the only power you have in your hands is only sit at home. Because when you sit at home, you'll be able to ground the economy of Nigeria into nothing. And they will come to a roundtable conference to be able to discuss with you. And not only that, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in that prison, because what they're thinking now is to keep him there until 2023 election. That cannot happen. That is a promise from Umada Biafra that will never happen. Release our leader and release him unconditionally. That's all we are demanding for. Release our leader and release him now. That's what we want. So Biafrans, I just want to appeal to you and urge each and every one of you, from tomorrow, sit at home. Monday, sit at home. Do not let everything shut down. Even those living in Lagos, you know you are capable of doing this. You know you have gotten it. I know the people of Ambazonia who have, done their own, at least they have gotten freedom, at least 60 to 70%. They have secured their regions, but I think about 30%. What are we doing? Why are we still giving our power to these people that have not been able to give us any good thing? What are we giving our power to people that doesn't care about us? They only care about themselves. They take everything, go to take their money and then get to abroad and then develop themselves, and at the same time take their children abroad to have better education. But you are languishing without any good life. So it is now for us to take this fate into our hands. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much, Azoka, for that wonderful speech and contribution there. I don't know whether, everybody have touched actually most of the things that needed to be said. I don't know whether there is any other thing that you want to share to Biafra people, considering the fact that we have just we have spent about almost 4 hours. I have been on the program. I have been live before you people came in. So if any other person want to have something else to say, which I believe, I don't know whether there is, because you have touched almost all the area. The most important thing is that tomorrow, sit at home. We have to make sure that Biafra sit at home to, let it continue like never before. And gradually we will see that happening in entire Nigeria, where Biafra people have their businesses. So we are looking at that from the Yoruba land and all that. So, Madam Rosemary Williams, so you can go ahead if you want to say
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you for this extra time to check if we have something. Our people, you should know that we mean what we are saying. We may be coming slow, but we are not sleeping. We are fixing things. Number one, I just want to call on the Vice President of United States of America, Madam Mrs. Kamala Harris. Mrs. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of America, I greet you. I respect you. I honor you. You are a good woman and you're a prestigious woman, and that's why America have chosen you to be the first vice president of this great nation. And it's in your generation, in our generation, that you have been chosen to be the vice president of this great nation, this great country of United States of America. And ma'am, I'm calling on you to let you know that there is a genocide going. Biafra is the eastern region in Nigeria. And Nigeria is part of the United Nations. And Nigeria has a treaty signed recently with the United States of America. And for some reason, Nigeria, from one of the countries that are persecuting Christians, I do not know why, but ma'am, I wanted to check if you did ask questions, or if you know that there is a genocide, that there is an entire race, Biafra, that are facing extermination in this our present generation under your watch and the president, President Joe Biden. And I call on the United States congressmen and women. You people know what is going on, and you can never pretend that you do not know. So we bring it to your notice. I know some of you do watch all these broadcasts that we put out there. So that's why what I wanted to bring to you, the United States of America, because we are Biafran Americans and we live here in the United States of America. And we live in Canada. And we live around the globe. Please, look into this. Because history will never forget nor forgive anybody, any country, any individual or group of individuals that watch and see this genocide take place, the annihilation of an entire race take place in this our generation. And for that, on top of that, I call the eastern region in Nigeria, all the governors, all the traditional heads, all the clergies, the pastors, bishops, and whoever, I call upon you to rise up and do the needful, because we have been killed enough. We have been slaughtered, and we have been dehumanized to the extent that it's no longer going to be business as usual. We, the Biafran people, we have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to live. We have the right to take care of ourselves and our people. So we bring it to your notice that we can no longer take it from you. Very soon, there will be no more churches to be opened in Biafra land. Very soon, no more synagogues will be opened in Biafra land. Very soon, we will implement measures to take back the freedom of our people. The Western region cannot bring us Bible in one hand and bring the people to slaughter us and kill us and cover their eyes as if they do not know what is going on with the other hand. You cannot give us Bible in one hand and bring Islamization to wipe our people out. We cannot take it. Therefore, you have to take your Bible out from our land. We have our worshiping means. We have the way we communicate with our God and with our ancestors before you bring your Bible. So if you are a bishop, if you are a clergyman, if you are a synagoguean in Biafra land, you better do something, because very soon the Umuada of Biafra will do something that will shake the whole world. You take your Bible with you and you get out of our own land. I thank you, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for this wonderful opportunity. And please, sit at home tomorrow. Will be a total lockdown in Biafra land from the coastal region to the riverine area, to Igodomigodo side, to the mountain, to the top, to the valleys. We want it to be very, very well done. And people in Lagos, in Oduduwa land, people in Middle Belt, people all over, even the people in the northern part, if you can do it, do it. We want to hold Nigeria down. They are holding our leader down, and we can no longer take it from anybody. They released Mazi Kanu unconditionally, and now, tomorrow is too far. We want him out of that place. Thank you so much, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Mazi Simon, can I come in here a little bit and then I will leave? I have an assignment that I have to do.
Yes, I think we're going to close to come in. Yes.
Okay, Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, let me use this opportunity to, let our people that live outside the zoo, outside the Biafra land, that we that live in diaspora are those that are supposed to finance this project. And I believe all of us are witnessing what is going on. It seems like we are slacking behind, but we are not. Those of us in the United States, especially in North America, we are doing our best in the area of finance. We are doing our best. Even though our people's spirits have been dampened a little bit, but I'm using this opportunity to plead with every one of us here that are watching. You said over 10,000 plus are watching this program. I believe that half of them live outside the zoo or Biafra land. I'm pleading with them. If you have the interest of this struggle at heart, and you still want Biafra, please support this project. Support it. Umweri account still remains the authentic account that is financing the war money in that Umweri account. To make it easy for you, you can donate it online. If you are doing anything below $100 or $200, you can go to www.ipobinUSA.org/donate, and it won't cost you much, and you'll be able to send in whatever you want to put in. We are trying to put things. You cannot do it by coming to social media and talk every day. There are things you need to use money to do. You use money to pay the lawyers. You use money to do a couple of things that needed to be done. Things that we are not going to come here and start mentioning. But I can tell you, we are doing those things.
Mazi, just sorry to interrupt you. Can you say it again? www.what?
www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. That will take you straight to the page where you can donate your money. If you have credit card or if you have debit card, that makes it faster and it won't cost you much. Like those that want to do something like 50 euro, 30 euro, 20 euro, any amount can help. 5 euro by 20 people is 100 euros there, and that will go a long way. And one more thing, if you live anywhere in this world outside that zoo or Biafra land, and you are happy with what we are doing, we don't come here to come and brag, to come and boast of what we are doing, but I can assure you we are doing something. If I leave this place now, today is Sunday, if I get up from this seat right now, I'm going to go take care of Biafran project right now, something very, very important for all of us. I have to go. I called one of our brothers this afternoon, when Azuka called me about this program, that he must have to help me to go and take care of that business. And I have to go do it. And it's a project that belongs to all of us. I mean, I cannot sit in my comfort over here and watch our people being murdered in cold blood. We have to find a way to safeguard them. And we are doing that. And for you to help us, please chip in anything you can. And then if you leave aside to join us in what we are doing, we are not trying to work against anybody. But what we are doing is what our leader asked us to do. You can contact Simon Ekpa, depending on the country where you are. Just contact Simon. Give him your number. We are going to reach you if you want to work with us. And also, Nsema is doing a good job. You can contact Nsema if you don't want to contact Simon. Nsema is doing a good job. I saw his program this afternoon. Nsema will reach us either through any of us or through Nelly. But all of us here, we are ready to work with our people, no matter where you live in this world and you want to participate in what we are trying to do. And remember, that Umweri remains the only authentic account. Any money, any cent, any 1 kobo you put in that Umweri goes to ESN and what is needed for. None of us here is taking any money anywhere. And we will continue to do that until Biafra is restored. Okay, thank you from here. Mazi Simon, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and I believe that it's going to be constant so that we'll come here and get to talk to our people. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that wonderful speech. Mazi, Chukwuemeka, do you have anything to say, or do we call it a day?
Yeah. I've always been an ardent listener and follower of your program. You are doing very, very good. You have been a source of motivation to Biafrans. Now, there is something I want to tell Biafrans, and I want to remind us. There are 3 things we owe this struggle. Things are our time, our talent, and our treasure. And I want to also remind us that Biafra cannot come by wishful thinking. Collective effort of each and every one of us. I repeat, collective effort of each and every one of us. And that collective effort boils down to our sacrifices. At every time you are working for Biafra, you are doing something. If it is not paining you, if it is not itching you, then no, it is not a sacrifice. If you are giving to this struggle, like Mazi said, into this program today, just on YouTube. And if we discount the number of people who are in Biafra land, let's say half people listening are from Biafra land, and let us say 50% are listening from diaspora. if each and every one of you can donate to Umueri account, 100 denomination of wherever you live. If you live in the US, $100 every month. If you live in 100 euro every month, I think it's going to go very, very far for this struggle. I want to also remind us that when our leader launched the Eastern Security Network, he did not call it a Biafran army, because we are not in an armed struggle. Always bear this in mind, that what our leader set up, the Eastern Security Network, is to fight against the terrorists who will not allow our women and our children, our daughters and our men and women to go to farm. Remember, our leader has always emphasized that if they take away our means of livelihood, they have destroyed us. Our people are farmers. We have our people in our local towns and villages who over time has felt the threat of not being able to go to farm, to their farmland, to cultivate what they can eat. Our leader established the Eastern Security Network. So for some of you who are weighed down by the fact that you think you are given to an armed struggle, no. You are given to protect the land, to defend the land. And let me tell you that giving to protect the land of Biafra, it is a civic responsibility for each and every one of us. If you are not doing it, it can be seen as a truancy. You are running away. It is the responsibility of every Biafran, especially those who live abroad, to see yourself that living in abroad at this appointed time is the reason why Chukwuka Biama has brought you out. We must see ourselves as people who are at the advantage position to remedy what is happening in our land today. We must see ourselves as a people, I mean those living in diaspora. We must, by virtue of providence, is being offered an opportunity to save our land. So it is not a thing of choice. It is a thing of obligation. There are people who have laid down their life in this struggle. Our leader has paid so much sacrifice. There are people who have injuries. There are people who are presently in the hospital. They are the ultimate sacrifice. What of us that are in abroad? What do? I know that if some of us are given the opportunities today to go down to Biafra land and fight, if it comes to that, or stay in diaspora and support the struggle financially, a lot of us we choose to support the struggle financially because that is the cheapest we can pay. So why not at this point in time, that $100, that 100 euro, that 100 pounds to support the protection and the preservation of our people? It is very, very important. Every time we come like this, we continue to appeal to people. Because what our leader has always said, we will not force you to do anything in IPOB. We appeal to the conscience of our people. There are people who have given so much service, who have served and they are still serving. I mean, our veterans. We remember them every time we gather. There are people who have died for this struggle. Heroes. Every time our leader says, the obligation we owe to the dead outweighs that which you owe to the living. That every time we see those who have died in this struggle, who have paid down their life, who have been, some of them has been burned, some of them acid was poured on them, some of them their bodies got rotten in the bush. They were not even given a befitting burial. Every time we look at that, we must remind ourselves that there is no backing down. We've crossed the Rubicon. There are only two movements we make in this struggle, in this restoration effort, which is forward movement and upward movement. There is Biafrans, I want to appeal to your consciences today. It is a great privilege for me to speak through this platform, to add my voice to what we are saying. Biafra will not come by wishful thinking. One of the setbacks that we have had in this struggle, one of the reason it has taken so long for our leader. People sit, they want results, but they don't want. A lot of us like what we are doing. A lot of us wants to go home. But every day you wake up, can you ask yourself a question? What have I done, or what will I do for Biafra to come? I'm speaking especially to those in diaspora. But for those in Biafra land, we have so much confidence in you. We have so much, and our leader believes so much in you. And when our leader, you will be the one to disappoint me. He's talking to each and every one of us. Ask yourself, what am I doing for Biafra to come? What have I done that Biafra may come? Brothers and sisters, brethren, from across the Biafra land, from the Igbo-speaking Biafrans, to the Jos, to the Shekiris, to the Godomigodos, to our brothers in Ogun, Biafra. Everywhere you have river, the riverine areas, you have the Jaw people there. They are Biafrans. I want to thank each and every one of us who are contributing as much as they can, who are making this sacrifice. And most especially, I want to say, in the memories of our dead, will Biafra be restored. Thank you very much, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And Madam Azuka, do you have something to say, or everybody have said everything? You have any comment, your closing remark?
Of course I do.
Azuka, please hold on, Azuka. Hold on 1 second. Mazi Simon, please, you need to pin down the Zelle. Somebody is writing here, he wants to Zelle to the account.
Okay, so just can you type it on in the chat, in the message?
Yeah.
No. Just type it and then you see me. I will see it and copy it and put it.
Okay. Okay, I will do that, and after that I will leave. Okay, I have an assignment to go take care of.
Okay. If you can do it now, if you can do it now, because we are all closing already. So.
Okay, yes, I will.
All right. Azuka, I can go ahead.
Azuka, go on.
Okay, thank you, fellow Biafrans, and thank you, Mazi Ekpa. You are wonderful. In fact, I've told you, Mazi, that more than anything, you are great. We love you so much from the bottom of our hearts. We thank you. And my fellow Biafrans, I want to thank you all for being here always to listen to what is going on and then hearing from this platform. And I want to remind you again that our leader once said that he needs only 100 men to get get their country back with maybe 25 or 30 or even 11, depending on on the data or what has happened in their place. But this time around, I'm appealing to all of you, all well-meaningful Biafrans. Please, Umada and these able young men have been working to keep the struggle alive. And we want to ask for your help to continue sending your widow's mite. Send it to Umeri account, because there is no account if not Umeri account. That is the account that was approved by our leader. Any account apart from Umeri account does not exist. Please, we urge you, please to buckle up, because silence, they said, is golden, but this time around, silence is not an option. Because if we keep silence, our people will be perished. If we keep silent, our people will be exterminated. If we keep silent, our people will be wiped out from the map of the earth. So you cannot sit back. You cannot do what you cannot regret. Look at what is going on around us. We've been surrendered. And we cannot keep quiet any longer. We have to take our destiny in our hands, like I said before, and to make sure that we gain Biafra. And most importantly, those politicians and then the Southeast governors to buckle up and do the needful by releasing our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because there can be Biafra if there is no Nnamdi Kanu. So please, I want to appeal to every one of them. They have started moving, but saying that they are, going there to release him, maybe to catch him next, is not going to work. So let them go back again. Let them go back again. I said go back again and get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. That is our prayer. This morning, afternoon, night. So I want every one of you, those who are in Biafra land, please always be conscious of where you are. Always be conscious of your environment. Be sitting at home every Monday. Sit at home every Monday. That is the only weapon we have. We will be coming here maybe once in a while to talk to you and to update you in the course of actions that we're going to put in place. There are a lot of things we have on our table. I tell you, trust us and trust Umada. We are coming with another plan, which has never been seen before. So please, everybody buckle up, because our leader must be released and released unconditionally. And our will be given to us on a platter of gold and nothing more than that. We thank you guys for coming, and we'll be here in a couple of days. Mazi, Ekpa, thank you so much. As I said before, from here to your place, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that wonderful closing remark. And thank you all for being part of this program, making your voice heard. And we are going to be in this together. Probably we'll have this particular broadcast often also to make sure that we put our people in high spirit. So thank you all for being part of the program. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, all of you. And hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you very much. And have a wonderful
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Biafra. Thank you. We love you. We love you guys.
We love you all. Keep on listening. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mazi Simon.
Thank you, Simon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Right, and that's exactly what we are talking about. And we are ready to go. We finished today. Oh my goodness. The broadcast is going to end in a few minutes time. So thank you for staying almost this hour, 4 hour, 9 minute. So this program is very, very important to you. You watch it. For those of you coming late, please, we will stream this program again tomorrow. But if you can cut those part and section that is important to you, that you want to share or stream with other people, make sure you do that. Tomorrow we're going to be seeing in the morning. I will be live again in the morning. So we have at least 9,000 people watching, 9,000 plus watching still. I'm going to be live in the morning tomorrow for question and answers, and then also to see how we are progressing in this particular sit at home for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa Republic Belt. May God bless Ambazonia. May God bless all of you watching me this evening. May God bless IPB worldwide. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless ESN. May God bless Sunday Iboho and all of you that are fighting for Biafra. May God bless everyone. I love you all from here. Have a great week ahead of you. Thank you very much. I love you all. Good night.